my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Red. I'm the man behind the Red Project, which is a creative agency that aspires to help creatives stay in tune with their natural, creative, healthy energy and away from toxic productivity. If you're here, you're watching episode 2 of my 5 essay series called How to Be a Cool Girl. If you want more context on the title and disclaimers on the whole essays thing, you can watch episode 0, where I talk a little bit about my background, my biases, etc. So today we are here to talk about creating more than we consume, because that's something I've heard a lot on the internet lately. I've watched a lot of video essays talking about it, and I think I need to do my own take on the subject. So yeah, I'm gonna divide this video in different chapters, so if you want to skip to a specific chapter, you can just scroll to the chapter. So yeah, the chapters are going to be productivity versus creativity, the difference between them, context matters, so I talk a little bit about context and history, curation or healthy consumption, where I talk about consuming in a healthy way, and then daily creativity, where I talk a little bit about how we can stay creative in our day-to-day lives, and then finally a conclusion, where I overview everything else and finish wrapping up the video. Also, I have a lot of resources linked down in the description of this video, so if you're interested, check them out. Also, on the first episode, we went on trying hard and being tryhards, so if you're interested in that topic, you should definitely check it out. My hair is a bit of a mess, but I kind of like it that way. Part 1, productivity versus creativity. So the first point I want to make is about the huge breach between productivity and creativity, because many people confuse them, and I find it really interesting that a lot of people confuse them, because they are really different from one another, and why you should be creative and not productive. So basically, a product is a product. When you're talking about a product, you're talking about the goal was the product itself. When you're talking about the creation of something, the creation itself is not the final goal. The process of creating that is the actual goal. So when one is being productive, the goal is to be efficient, finish quickly, do things like as fast as you can, because what you want is the final product. While when you're being creative, the goal is to be slow and intentional and enjoy the process, because the goal is not the final creation, but the process itself. So take painting, for example. Like, if you're being productive, the goal is to just finish it up and sell it to a client. But if you're being creative, the point is to get your hands dirty and experiment and find new ways in which you can express yourself through your art and all that. So yeah, that's a huge difference between productivity and creativity. My focus is obviously on creativity, because productivity pushes an agenda onto us that I want to rebel against, an agenda of hustle culture, of stress and frustration, and burnout and toxicity. So productivity is basically the total opposite of what mindfulness professes. The whole staying present in the moment and enjoying what you're doing in the present moment, instead of thinking about what you're gonna do like once you finish, and what you're gonna do next and what you're gonna do next. Mindfulness professes to take a moment, be intentional with what you do and with what you do, period. So let's get into context, because context matters. So why are they so often confused with one another if they are so different? Well, everything began with labor and hobbies. So I want to quote Minali and her "You Don't Need to Be Productive" video essay, which was really interesting, and I will link down for you to watch. Yes, you should watch it. You should watch it. Apply modern hustle culture to medieval farmers and see what you get. Like, try to rush them into harvesting all the crops, or I don't know, milking the cows as fast as they can, and like it doesn't make any sense, basically, because nature takes its time and there's always work to do, so you can't rush into finishing things, because there is no finishing things. You never finish things, and you can't just harvest all the crops at once, because some of them need more time to grow and some of them need time to rest the soil and all that. So I don't know, I'm not an expert on medieval farming, but you can't push a hustle culture agenda on medieval farmers, which is cool in a way. Not romanticizing medieval farmers, because working 24/7 is not cool, and we have advanced a lot since then. But yeah, that part about medieval farming is kind of cool. The part that you can't rush onto things is kind of cool. But then the Industrial Revolution happened, and humans started competing against machines to see who could get the job done faster. And then the Internet Revolution happened, and email brought work into our homes. Now they can email you whenever, and you need to be available 24/7 and all that. Oopsie. And then I want to explain how hobbies get into the picture, because email was a way to introduce labor into our homes, but so were hobbies. It's really interesting, the origin of hobbies. So hobbies began to be promoted by corporations as a way for you to recharge your energy productively during your free time. Like, how to stay productive even during your free time. And that's how hobbies were born. And they basically go against idleness and leisure time just for the sake of leisure time. And they were a way to disguise work as fun, especially when they started to get monetized. And everyone and their mama is telling you to monetize your hobbies and gain profit from what you do for fun, which is not cool in the slightest. And that is how creativity, a natural force that is embedded within humans, became mixed up with productivity through hobbies. People would be creative and they would be pushed onto productivity by culture and capitalism and corporations and everything bad in this world. So hobbies are cool, but their origin is not. Then I want to talk about curation or healthy consumption. For me, the title of this essay is extremely controversial, because creating more than we consume is simply impossible in this age. We consume 24/7, we consume a lot, we breathe consumption. And creating more than you consume is simply impossible, first of all. And second of all, is borderline self-exploitation. Chill.
Daddy, chill.
You don't need to be creating all the time. Like that's productivity, that's not creativity. Like create whenever you feel like it. Don't create more than you consume. Just consume intentionally. That's the point I'm trying to make. So curation is intentional selection of content for a specific goal, and it's often related to fashion, as in curating a style or curating an aesthetic, by being selective with what you wear and what you combine and what you buy. And I want to expand that into other media as well, because I feel like we can curate our feeds, for example, our social media feeds. We can curate our libraries. We can curate our Substacks. I have a Substack, by the way. If you want to read me instead of listening to me, you should check out my Substack. Anyways, so you can basically apply it to all kinds of consumption, making it a tool for creativity instead of a product of consumerism. Some of my favorite ways of curating instead of consuming, as some people call it, gardening. I'll talk more about gardening in the future, specifically digital gardening, because I find it really interesting. But as for now, digital gardening is basically picking up information from the internet, picking what appears in your feed and catches your attention, and you save the posts that you save. Instead of just leaving them in your saved folder, you pick them and put them into like a database that you could use, like Obsidian, you can use Notion, you can use like Arena, I don't know, you can use a lot of platforms to do this. But you pick them and you categorize them and you storage them, and then you connect them to other pieces of content, and with that you create a network that you watch grow. So that's why it's called digital gardening, because you plant the seeds of information and then you watch them grow over time. I also really like this idea applied to analog mediums. I will talk about analog mediums in the next video essay. But as for now, I'm gonna say that I like being able to touch stuff and to feel it and to actively engage with things. So I, for example, use a Filofax for my gardening. I have a media journal within my Filofax. I have a media journal for my analog gardening, and it has, I don't know, some stuff on herbalism, some stuff on shadow work, some stuff on basically anything that I consume, I note down. And that's basically digital gardening but applied to physical media. I will guide you through my Filofax some other time because I'm super attached to it. So yeah. Anyways, beware of curation, consumption, and toxic productivity once again. Not every moment of consumption needs to be curation. You are entitled to have leisure time, to have idle time, to spend time doing whatever you want just for the sake of doing it, not because it's going to bring you something back. Like, don't constantly consume mindlessly, but sometimes you're allowed to consume mindlessly. Like, you don't have to be constantly cultivating your mind and constantly growing and constantly doing this and that. Like, you don't have to do that. Just be aware of that, okay? You don't need to get something out of everything that you consume. Sometimes you can do stuff out of fancies, like watching a movie that you like, or I don't know, watching a shitty TV show. You don't need to get useful information out of everything. Your brain deserves some rest from time to time. Just be intentional about those breaks you take, and don't be a victim but a user. Like, don't fall victim to consumerism, but be a user. As I say in almost every video I make, there are two sides to every coin. So be intentional with what you consume, but allow yourself to take a break from time to time. I'm gonna talk about daily creativity and some ways in which you can stay creative throughout your day-to-day lives if you want to try to create more. Not as much as you consume, because that's impossible, as we saw earlier, but try to create more. You can be creative in your day-to-day life in many ways. Hobbies are a great way. Even if their roots are a bit fishy, that doesn't make them inherently bad. Like, you can have good hobbies. You can get so much, creatively speaking, from having a hobby, as long as you engage in said hobby out of genuine enjoyment towards it, and not out of, I need to be productive, I can't just sit in my bed and rot away. Like, no. You are allowed to run away if you want to. Like, don't have hobbies just out of getting something back from the hobby. Like, don't exercise just because it helps you stay healthy. Like, it's a good thing that it helps you to stay healthy, but exercise because you enjoy the movement and because you enjoy moving your body and doing this and that. So I'm gonna oh, my cat, my kitty cat. So don't just create because a girl online told you that it would be cool for you to create, like, but because you find joy and excitement and enjoyment from creating. Some ideas for you to stay creative are DIY projects, journaling crafts, or zines. DIY projects are super easy to explain because we all have done some DIY in our lives. Like, maybe it was upcycling some clothes, maybe it was just scrapbooking, maybe it was, I don't know, utilizing a card box for storage. Like, we all have used something wasted to create something else we can actually use. So DIY projects are easy to explain. It's super easy to find DIY projects all over the internet. Just make sure you don't buy materials, because if you buy materials, it kind of loses the whole point. Like, the whole sustainability part of DIY goes away. Like, the whole point of recycling stuff goes away. So, like, maybe I don't know, if you don't have glue, you can buy glue, of course, but like, if you need clothes, don't buy a piece of cloth. Just wait until something that you use gets broken or doesn't fit you anymore or whatever. Like, don't buy the core materials of a DIY project, because it loses the spark if you do. Then about journaling crafts, as I said earlier, I am a huge fan of journaling. I will talk a lot about journaling in my future essays, but we start in this essay. Crafting while you journal is super interesting and super powerful, because it allows you to explore your creativity. Like, your journal is a personal space, it's for you, and creating can be very scary when we do it in public. So mixing journaling with creating can give you a space for you to feel free and experiment with different styles, different techniques, different, I don't know, movements that you're interested in. So yeah. Plus, journaling is something that most of us do already. If you don't, what are you doing? If you don't, you should check out my next essays because I'm gonna be talking about journaling a lot. So pairing it up with crafts like crayon painting or like collaging or junk journaling, scrapbooking, all of that can truly spark up your day-to-day life. And then we have zines. Zines! I love zines! Wait a second, I'm gonna show you my zines. So, these are ones I bought. These are ones I made. I'm gonna go through them. If you want to skip this part, I'm gonna timestamp it so you can skip it. But I recommend you not to because this is some good stuff and this is my stuff. So, I'm gonna go through them. These 3 are super cool. You need to check them out yourselves. I'm not gonna spoil them for you, but they are super cool, and I'm gonna link down the website of the artist that made them, because just this style, I love this one. Look at that. And just super cool. Let me check. Oh. So super cool. I'm gonna link her down below. Amazing. Páginas anarquillas, which basically means anarchy pages, sort of. Anarchy pages. It's a super cool overview of, like, look at this. I love zines. Then we have Amorcito 2, because I don't have the first volume, but look at how pretty.
Look how pink, so pretty.
And the style is amazing too. We have another like political pamphlet which has like a lot of text. This one, super cool also. I think this was €1 or something like that. We have this bad boy which was also €1, and it's super cool. Like, look at this. Look at how cool this is. All zines are cool, to be honest. Like, all zines are cool. You need to hear me out with this. And this beautiful piece of work that is photography based. Like, it has scanner stuff and photograph and all that. It's huge for a zine. And I love it, and I bought it. I'm very, like, I love it. I will try to link down the artists for all these scenes so that you can check them out later. And then my zines. These ones are a series. I only have 2 so far because the third one is in the process of being made. But Astronautic Adventures of a Little Girl, Volume 1, and Astronautic Adventures of a Grown Woman. So, yeah, they're cute, I think, in my opinion. And then we have this one about my obsessions, my hyperfixations, and how I focus sometimes a bit too much on some stuff. Then we have these, which are the ones I want to talk to you more about. Why? Why am I so passionate about zines? hear me out. Everyone should make a zine. That's the main takeaway I want you to get from this video. Everyone should make a zine. If you don't know what a zine is, it's basically a mixture between a self-published magazine and whatever you want it to be. Like, it could be anything. It could be a collection of your artwork, it could be philosophical writings, it could be like whatever, literally whatever you want it to be. And I want to talk about these ones because, as you can see, they're super small and they are just one page. They are one page. You just cut them in the middle, you fold them, and you have a zine. It's as easy as that. It's super easy to make the zine. They are accessible for anyone. Well, not anyone, not everyone. Disclaimer, not everyone has the time to make zines. But if you have the time to make zines, if you have the time to watch this video, you have the time to make a zine. So I would exchange you watching my next video for you making a zine. Like, if you see me again and you are thinking of clicking on my video, stop that and go make a zine. Honestly, go make a zine. In the content of a zine, you can include anything. You can include images, you can include photographs, you can include artwork, you can include text, you can include collages, you can include anything you want. It's the ultimate expression of creative freedom. Yeah, and it can also have any format that you want it to have. It could be like a book format, like these ones that are like a book, but it could be whatever. It could have like a pop-up, trigger warning, self-harm, but this one has a pop-up that you can just whoop. Ooh. So yeah, you can be as creative as you want to with your zines and make pop-ups, make intricate foldings and like whatever. You can do whatever. Just do something. Also, it's a physical, tangible good, which, as I said earlier, I love because I love material things and like having them, and this doesn't go away in my lifetime. Like maybe in 200 years it will disappear into dust, but not in my timeline. In my timeline this is gonna remain forever and ever. So that's another good point about zines, that they are something you can collect and have and own and be like, this is my thing. And zines communicate pieces of the author's inner world. They are, as I said, the ultimate form of self-expression. It's not marijuana.
Then one day I discovered the most ultimate form of expression ever. Marijuana.
They can talk about their life experiences, their passions, their ideals, politics, philosophy, whatever. And everyone should make a zine because everyone should experience what it is like to make something like that on your own. It's like cat things. It's doing something by yourself, for yourself. So I deeply recommend the experience. And it's the conjunction of everything. Conjunction. Who says conjunction? Who says conjunction? Nobody says conjunction. It's the mixture of everything we've talked about before, like curation, artistic expression, creativity, crafting, DIY culture. And you can trace its roots to rebellion and subversion. The 1800s political pamphlets to the 70s punk revolution and girl riot. So yeah, zines are super cool. I'm gonna show you a few of these, just a few, because why not? I made these 3, which I made in the psychiatric hospital when I was interned there for 2 weeks. I have borderline personality disorder. I'm gonna die with borderline personality disorder, but I'm not gonna die from borderline personality disorder. Then I have this one, which is basically a piece of my journal. If I was a cat, because I had a reflection on how I would be if I was a cat. This one, Boris, just Boris. This one is a super cute one I made with my friend. We made it together. Super cool. Daily's World, heavily inspired by my daily project, which I will talk more about in the future, but not to spoil you, Daily's World. Some of my favorite recommendations the Suki Manifesto, which is now the Red Manifesto, because I changed my artistic name from Suki to Red. So the Red Manifesto. What's going on in my head? And I once had an idea. In this one I draw Rick Robin. That's Rick Robin. Yeah. So that's pretty much it. Now, going into the conclusion, the line between creating and producing is not as fine as it may seem. Creating more than we consume is simply impossible. So don't even try to force yourself to create more than you consume. Just learn how to consume better and learn how to create more. Not that you consume, but more than you already do. And explore creativity from a place of curiosity, not from a place of toxic productivity. Basically, my main point with this video is that even if creating more than we consume is not feasible, creating more than we do is, and learning how to consume in a healthy way also is possible and feasible. I did not really explore into different systems of consumption. I'm basing my take on the capitalistic view of consumption because I live in a capitalistic country and we all live in a capitalistic world, even if there are societies that are not capitalistic. But I will try to link down some resources that you can use to explore further. Why is it so hard to say further? God damn. Anyways, thank you so much for listening to me. Thank you so much for engaging with this video. Thank you so much for liking it if you liked it. Thank you so much for commenting if you commented. I recommend you to subscribe to watch more of my videos and my essays and have more context on these pieces of work that I post. As I said, I also have a Substack, so if you want to read my newsletter, you could subscribe for free. And if you want to stay tuned, click the bell icon so that you get notifications when I post. And I think that's pretty much it. I will link down all my resources. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know, I think that's all. If I come up with something else, I will tell you in the editing process.